Hello and welcome to another episode of Music and Words Unite. I am your co-host Troy, and with me I have my friend and co-host Mark. How you doing, Mark?
What's up, guys?
And today we are going to be reviewing an album, which is "Head on the Door" by The Cure. Anyway, so I was able to get this vinyl from my favorite record store here in New Jersey. Sky Valley Records. Shout out to Sky Valley Records. And anyway, it ended up being a not very expensive vinyl, but very, very good sounding. So that wanted to plug that vinyl. Anyway, Mark, yeah, so I'm excited for this one. This is my first time ever listening to The Cure, an album. I've heard songs, of course, by The Cure. But actually, I've only heard one song from this album before, prior to this, because it was a reaction video I did for a night like this, actually. And that reaction video led me to actually buying this vinyl because I like that song so much. So, and I'm glad I did. So that's a spoiler for how we feel about the album. Mark, had you ever heard this album before?
I have. Um, this is a great album. This is like not one that I'm like super duper duper familiar with.
Okay.
Like there's one of the albums after this is called Disintegration. That's my favorite Cure album.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, this or that album and another one called Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, and then Pornography are the ones I'm very familiar with. This one I listened
Okay.
to like a couple times before this, but I mean I love The Cure, so they're always like on the back burner. Like when I'm like thinking of stuff to listen to, I always forget about them. So this is nice.
Okay. All right. Well, Mark, how dare you forget about them, by the way?
I know.
And
If Bob Smith is watching, forgive me.
Yeah, and I will say this: we're about to get into every track on the album. We're going to break down what we liked about the songs. If for some reason we didn't like something, we'll let you know, and we'll just kind of do a brief analysis of each song. That's our typical format for album reviews. And then sometimes we do rankings if we feel like it. But anyway, I will say this: a teaser, Mark, and I don't say this about every album by any means. This album has not left my record player in the last 2 days. I have listened to this record like 6 times, actually. And the reason for that, Mark, is because
You're sad.
no, it was very refreshing. I think I have been
Mm,
I have been looking for an album like this to listen to of this style of music for a while. I got a little bit teased with that Starfish, the Church record. Which was
yeah.
a good record. I thought it was pretty good, especially the main two songs that we really thought were S tier.
Hmm.
But overall, like this album, in my opinion, is much superior of an album. So I'm really excited to talk about this album, Mark. So without any further ado,
Yes.
you know what we should do though, real quick, Mark. We should talk about where this album lives in the band's discography for people who might be new to the Cure, like myself, because I am a Cure newbie, right? I've heard a few songs, but that's really about it, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So from what I was doing a little bit of research before this, Mark, and it looks like the Cure had a different name back in the '70s called Malice or something like that, because of them.
Right.
What the
Yeah.
heck?
I think it was Malice, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Malice. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. See, crazy. And then, and anyway, they changed their name and it ended up becoming the Cure, right? So, and what I was researching was the album before this one. So this is one, two, three, four, five. Their sixth album, I guess. And the album before this, for some reason, wasn't well received, at least critically. I don't know.
The Top, is that what you're referring
Yeah,
to?
yeah,
Yeah.
and people said that it was more like a Robert Smith solo album, and so this Head on the Door is really about like a band album, for what I was reading. Like he wanted this to be like a full band
Mm.
contribution and things like that. So let's get into it, Mark. I'll let you go first on the first song, which is "In Between Days." Tell me how you felt about this song.
Well, let me just intersplice it with talking about like their where this lands in their discography. So like their early albums starting with 17 Seconds is like
Hmm.
really like goth sounding, like it's really dark and like really sad. Like this album Head on the Door is like, it's got a couple sad songs, but these albums are sad, like 17 Seconds and Pornography.
Hmm.
Um This song is like their transition phase. Like this is when they got
Mm,
like more recognition. This is
yeah.
probably the first album that really like tossed them into that. Like this, and then the follow up to this is "Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me," and then "Disintegration," and then even after "Disintegration," you have what is it? Not "Wild Mood Swings." No, that one's too late. The one with "Friday I'm in Love" on it. Yeah, that
Ah.
album's like huge. Wish.
Hmm.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is like a nice middle album, so you get like the best of both worlds.
Hmm. Hmm.
So yeah, just wanted to say that real quick for anybody that's not familiar. So okay. So the first track on here is "In Between Days," which is, I mean, it's a pretty big hit for them. It's not like one of their biggest. It's not like a top
Hmm.
three.
Sure.
But it's still a big radio song, like songs you hear on the radio all the time. And
Yes.
I love it. I mean, I absolutely love it. It's
Yeah.
just like it's just got everything you want from a Cure song. It's just in my notes I said like amazing album opener. I said it's one of the best on the album. I agree. It's a
Hmm.
classic Cure song. It has a catchy chorus. Can't
Hmm.
talk today. Catchy
Sure.
bridge, and it has that like signature like jangly guitar that they're from like that they have.
Yeah.
I love it. It's great. It never gets old. It's classic.
Yeah, I was when I put this on, I really didn't know what to expect because I had only heard A Night Like This before. And number one, overall, I'll just say for the album, I was pleasantly surprised at the diversity of style on this album. It was way
Mm.
more diverse than I was even expecting. So,
Even with just the first
yeah.
three songs, like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So when I heard this, actually reminded me of Friday I'm in Love a little bit.
Mm,
That kind of
hmm
sound, right?
Right.
And I would say a really fantastic opener, really draws you in, kind of sets the tone for the album. And when I say that, I mean it's a little bit sad but poppy at the same time. And a lot of this album is similar to that style as far as like feeling, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it's definitely not all sad, like I'm going to go cry in a corner. It's like sad but happy at the same time because the music is poppy. So
hmm
it's very listenable album,
Yeah.
on repeat
I
listen, I'm saying. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
make note of that in my notes later on. So yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I just want to, before we play a quick clip, I want to shout out to the very beginning of the lyrics. Yesterday, I got so old, I felt like I could die. Yesterday, I got so old it made me want to cry. So I just want to know, like, what happened in one day where you you significantly got older? It's just funny, the way that's worded. I thought that's just a very interesting way to start off an album. But
hmm
and actually, lyrically, it sounds like it might be talking about a love triangle. That's what it read to me. But anyway, that's what it sounds like. A lot of these songs definitely seem to be about relationship type of songs, right? But this one is just the lyrics struck me right away at the beginning. I want to play a clip from it so people can hear what we're talking about. Yeah, it kind of sounds happy, you
It
know.
does. Yeah.
And if there's one thing you know about me, Mark, by this point, out of all the music we've been talking about, when music sounds happy but the lyrics are kind of dark, that's like I love that kind of shit. So
Well, I
anyway,
mean,
okay, yeah,
you're in the right place, my friend.
there you go. So maybe that's why I was so drawn to this record. So
Yeah.
we're almost a minute in without lyrics and a 3-minute song. And this was like a radio hit. That's very interesting how times have changed because I don't think that would be possible anymore. But
hmm
maybe it would be. But anyway,
Yesterday I got so old I felt like I could die. Yesterday I got so old it made me want to
anyway, Mark, I mean, for time's sake, because there's a lot of songs I want to play. So
I know.
this is this. I wish I could just literally play the whole album. That could be just the episode. So yeah, I would say my summary is a really great opening song. Not my favorite on the album, but a top song. You know what I mean? Top tier
No, not
song.
my favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah, not
yeah,
that's
yeah,
exactly what I wrote. I said not my
yeah.
favorite, but top tier. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right,
Mm-hmm.
cool. The next song, I'll go first on the next one, which is Kyoto Song. When I put this song on, Mark, I was like
Mm-hmm.
pleasantly surprised. You know what it reminded me of? We just recorded an episode on Radiohead's Kid A,
Mm.
and the placement of the second song on that record is like bonkers if you think about it. Like it works in the context of the album, but the balls to place that song as number two on that Radiohead album,
Oh,
and to
Kid A, you
me,
mean like the song Kid
yes,
A? Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And when I heard this song, I'm like, this is the second song on the record. Like it just like, it seems like a second half of a record song. You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
but when you place it so far up on a record, that's why I love albums, right? Because if you were just listening to this stuff in a playlist randomly, you wouldn't get that experience, right? Of like, oh, they want you to listen to this song in this order because it has a certain mood to it that they want you to feel like in the sequence of the songs, you know? And so
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the reasons I love doing these episodes is because we really get to dive into the albums as a whole. So the point is, Mark, this song, I kind of want to talk about the lyrics for a second. It sounds like it's talking about a nightmare he has about his wife dying or a girlfriend, or I guess it's a girlfriend. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if he was married at the time or not, but significant other, whether it's a girlfriend or wife, right? But and there, that's what the it's like about a murder, I think, maybe, or a murder or drowning. I think she drowns or something like that in this song. I think it's about drowning.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and so it's really about having a nightmare. Imagine your girlfriend or wife or whomever, a loved one is dying in your dreams, and you write a song about it. You know, and before Mark, you go. Let me play a clip of what this sounds like because it's just very unique, I would say. Anyway, that's the beginning of the song. My point is the whole song has this vibe to it, right? Pretty much this mood, and it's kind of dark, but a little bit like mysterious sounding. A little bit
Mm-hmm.
some more kind of Asian instrumentation going on in it. And for me, I love this song. It was a great song and ironically, perfectly placed. The fact that they put it the second song gives it a certain importance that if they would like throw it at the end, it wouldn't have had. I don't think. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
what did you think about this one, Mark?
I pretty much wrote the same thing. I mean, I love how
Okay,
it has it definitely has like an East Asian, it's I mean it's called Kyoto Song, so it's
right,
like
right,
Japanese. But it has like a nice Asian sounding like melody throughout the song. It is
right.
slower, so I mean, like watch out with me with slower songs, like you speed it up a little bit. Like why are you slowing down? No. No,
Right.
but it's nice. It's a
Yeah.
nice change of pace after the first track, how it's like really upbeat and like you're like, oh, okay, like this is cool. And then they hit you with this song, and you're like, all right, like I'm sad again, like it's good though. It's like you said, it's a great placement. Um,
Mhm.
like there's not a bad song on this album. I know we say that a lot with the albums we review. There really is not. There's not even like a not like. There's not even like a just okay song on this album. Like every song on this album is great, and this one included.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
it does sound mysterious, and it's like I took the lyrics when I read them as ambiguous, but I probably didn't read them well enough because
I see.
I'm. But like you could say any lyrics are ambiguous, but yeah, it does.
Mhm.
I mean, it's probably about like somebody dying, if I had to guess.
Right. Well, let me just say,
um,
Mark, it says the first opening lyric is a nightmare of you of death in the pool wakes me up at quarter to three. So that's how the song starts. So there you go.
yeah, I mean, who the hell knows, man? Like it
Right.
could just be
Right.
anything.
Sure, sure. Could be. Sure.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I like this song though, but it's
Yeah,
good.
it's a really good, it's a good one. It's definitely a
It
good one.
is. It's good.
Let's move on to the next one. You can go first on this one, Mark. The Blood.
So we're gonna take a flight from Japan over to Spain with this one because this song is like
Yeah.
a, I mean, it's like a flamenco song for Christ's sake. I mean,
Yes.
it's so different than the last track.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a complete 180. It's
Yeah.
upbeat, it's fast. It has like a fast flamenco Spanish guitar sound. It has clapping in it. Like it almost sounds like somebody's like has like clams in there, clapping them together to make a
Yep.
sound
Yep.
effect.
Yep. Yep.
Um, I fucking love this song. I think this song's
Mm-hmm.
awesome. It's so catchy. Like the even like the chorus is catchy. Like everything about this song is great. It's just I don't want it to end, honestly. Like this is a return to on the album for me. Um, I don't know about the lyrics, but I mean, like as far as the song goes, it's like
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like it's like super downer of a song either.
Right.
Um, I love
So,
that about The Cure, but I mean, it's great.
so in my research for this one, because I was very curious about the lyrics, I learned that I think he was in Portugal when they made
Hmm.
this, or wrote this, or came up with the idea, and that where he says, "I am paralyzed by the blood of Christ. Though it clouds my eyes, I can never stop." I think this is a double meaning because the blood of Christ was apparently an alcoholic drink or something like that in Portugal. It wasn't the blood of Christ, it was something similar, and he like changed the words, or maybe it was called that. I don't know. The point is, actually, this song, I think, on the surface is talking about alcohol, but I think maybe it
Hmm.
has I think it has maybe a double meaning with like some religious imagery too, right? I think he's kind of playing the double meaning thing, right? So
Right.
yeah.
I don't know who's playing. I don't know who plays guitar like that riff on this song, but
Hmm.
shout out to them. I don't know if it's Robert Smith or Lowell Tolhurst, but or not Lowell Tolhurst. Um, Poral, what is his name? Shit, Poral Thompson.
Hmm.
That riff is awesome, man, and
Oh yeah.
it's so good. This is a band. I'm just gonna interject here for 1 second. This is a band that like everybody loves, but I feel like they don't get the recognition they deserve for like their music quality. Like like this, they're never in like contention for like great songwriters or great instrumentalists or like whatever. But like these guys are
Hmm.
awesome, man. They're so good. Like
Yeah.
Robert Smith is like he's like almost like a virtuoso guitarist. Like
Yeah. I was highly impressed through the whole album by the instrumentation, by the production for for 1995, and not just for
mhm.
1995. There's a lot of great records produced in the 80s, but I'm just saying, yeah, for the production and but definitely the playing, right? And the songwriting is very strong. I just want to play a clip from it because Mark, one of the things I realized about on my fourth listen of this album, there were things I was hearing on this album that I'm like, I've heard this somewhere before, but this is the originator, is what I mean. So what I mean
Mhm.
is I've heard things that are influenced by songs on this album, and maybe I'm reading way too much into it, right? I could be.
Mhm. Yeah,
But
possibly.
there are a couple songs which I feel like are very similar to. I don't. Do you know who the Neptunes are? So
No,
I'm sure you've heard of Pharrell, right?
of course.
Okay, so Pharrell and Chad Hugo are a music production duo called the Neptunes. And back in the late 90s, early and mid 2000s, they were like the number one hip hop and pop production group, right?
Okay.
And they were known for these kind of sparse beats mixed with like little sounds and then claps. And then let's say early in 2000s, they would use these acoustic guitars and they would basically do half step intervals. And so for people who know music, you'll know what I'm talking about. So if you
Mhm.
listen to this real quick. So when I heard this, I'm like, oh my God, this sounds not exactly. It's not exactly. But when I heard this, I was like, I think the Neptunes were influenced by this song. And I'll play a clip. Now, maybe I'm reaching, but I'll play it. Okay. So this is
Wouldn't
the
surprise
original.
me.
And Da-da-da-da-da. All right, so there's a song that already is overlapping in my head, is what I'm saying. All right, now I'm gonna find the song. Okay,
Mhm.
I think this is the song. Is this it?
Just something about you. Way I'm looking at
This
you
is
or
the part.
whatever. Keep looking at me. Getting scared now. Right? Don't feel me, baby. It's just Justin.
The beat is good.
Feel good, right?
Anyway, when I heard when I heard that that riff came on, I'm like, kind of reminds me of this Justin Timberlake song. And anyway, and I was like, oh, and the reason why, on first listen, I was like, maybe it's just a coincidence. It could be. But there's another song on this record, which I'm like, oh my God, this sounds like Happy by Pharrell. And yeah, and I was like, oh, okay. And it also has a very Prince sound to it, and I'll call that out later. So anyway, this song is really good. I want to play a clip from the chorus.
I'm paralyzed by the flow of crime. Though it clouds my eyes, I can never stop, never stop. How it feels to be dry.
Anyway, this song is really good. The next song, Mark, is 6 Different Ways.
Mm-hmm.
Very. You know what? Let me just play the beginning of it. There's like 4 or 5 different hooks going on at the same time. There's the piano, there's the flute, there's the synth, there's like everything is like very catchy at the same time.
Why do you think it's called 6 Different Ways?
Yeah, exactly.
You're being
It's
pulled
like-
6 different ways by every hook.
That's true. And then when the vocals come in, it's also like hooky too. So
Yeah, man, 6 different ways.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty freaking great. I mean, I'll play a little more. I'm noticing a pattern. Like in this album, some of these songs are like a minute before the vocals come in, which I don't mind. But it is funny because the songs are like 3 minutes long.
I know.
It's like
I
a
know.
third of the song.
This is stranger than I thought. 6 different ways inside my heart, and everyone I'll keep tonight. 6 different ways go deep inside. I'll tell them anything at all. I know I'll give them more and more.
Anyway, Mark, I mean, it's self-explanatory when you listen to it. It sounds nothing like the other songs. So
That's
far
what I
we've
was just
played.
gonna say. Like
Yeah,
going from the blood to this, it's like another complete 180. Like,
yeah. And Kyoto sounds totally different, and the
yeah,
first song
exactly.
sounds totally different.
Mm-hmm.
So the first 4 songs sound like they're from not necessarily different bands, but in a way, like it's the only thing that's connecting it really is Robert Smith, you know, and like you know what I mean. Like, but if you put other vocalists on these songs, you'd be like, oh, maybe it's a different band. You know, it's so different sounding. Which how many albums were the first 4 songs? And by the way, even the 5th song, which is coming up, sounds different. So yeah, pretty amazing. What do you think about this song, Mark? I've been talking too much.
I mean, usually, like when we're going back and forth, you usually kind of like say what I'm gonna say for the most part. I mean,
Okay.
this song is definitely, I would say, the most bizarre on the album. That doesn't mean it's bad, but
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, there's like so much going on. Like there's like that piano riff that sounds like a Joe Cocker song. Like there's
Right.
like you know that like you know that what's that one Joe Cocker song? Feeling all right. Like
Yeah.
that piano riff where it's like do do did do do did do did do 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 did. It sounds like that.
Right.
And the
Right.
first time I heard that, I was like, "What the hell is that?" It's so random. And it's got that like flute, and it's got the like, it's like all over the place. But you
Yeah.
know what? It's great. Um, and it somehow fits on the album fine, like where it's at. Like
Yeah. Yep.
I wrote in here. It sounds like a fairy tale mixed with dark ambient noises and some kind of flute question mark. It does kind
um.
of remind me of a fairy tale with like the noises and stuff, but I mean, or maybe like even a nightmare fairy tale, but I mean,
Right. One
yeah,
of the notes I
it's
had is I think this song was in the movie It.
yeah, it wouldn't surprise
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, my main note, Mark, is that it sounds totally different. I pretty much already talked about my notes, but I'm just saying, and it's very catchy. It's a really good song. So far, it's 4 for 4 on good to great songs. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
On this
Hmm.
record. So let's move on to
Hmm.
the next one, Mark. You know what? Because I went first on the last one, I'm gonna let you go first, and it's Push.
Okay. Um. So, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say we're gonna do yet another 180 here. Um. Possibly not as hard as the last four, but I mean, this song. All right, like. How long does this song go on before lyrics come in? Like at least like 2 minutes, right?
It's got to be. Yeah. I mean, I'll,
Like
I'll find out. Hold on.
it's not a lyrically heavy song.
We're 2 minutes in. There's no lyrics, so there you go.
But like this
Yeah.
song is incredible.
Yeah.
Like going back to like the musicians on this album and how they're
Hmm.
like somewhat undercredited. I mean, the bass on this song. Listen, just play a clip for that real quick. Listen to
Yeah.
that
Sure.
pulsating bass line.
Yeah. You know what I'm gonna do, Mark? I'm gonna play the intro, and
Okay.
hopefully the bass kicks in there. That's what you do.
Listen to that bass, man.
Yeah. I mean, we could just listen to the whole song. I mean, this song is, in fact, this part, Mark. My main note about this part, like this whole section, reminds me a little bit sadder version of Rush.
You,
That's what stuck out to me
you
when I
know who
saw it.
that part reminds me of? Are you
What
familiar
was
with the
that?
Pretenders at all?
A little bit, yeah.
That
Okay,
sounds like it sounds like a little bit like Brass and Pocket by the Pretenders, just like the guitar
okay,
tone.
okay.
Um, but my notes for this is I said music wise, it's probably the best on the album. It's got everything,
Hmm.
ethereal guitar, a pulsating bass line, echoey drums, and of course Robert's somber vocals. And
Mm.
I said this is definitely in contention for best song on the album, for me at
Yeah,
least.
yeah. It is my favorite song on the album, personally. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
see, I mean,
Yeah. In fact, Mark, this was the only, and normally, folks, for those who do watch our videos, thank you. I actually don't, Mark and I typically don't talk about these albums before we get on here. But once in a while, I'll text Mark if I get really excited about something. And I'll just say, man, this song is awesome or whatever, right? And the one song I messaged him before this video was this song, actually.
mhm.
and I literally listened to this song on repeat when I
If
first listened
I
to it.
remember correctly, I believe you just sent me this video and you said "Holy shit" in all capitals. So.
Well, I don't know, something to that effect, Mark. So I don't exactly remember, but yes, that sounds like something I would say. Sure, sure. But yeah, I mean, this song. In fact, Mark, my main note about this, I said, somebody point me to other music that sounds like this. Whether it's the more Cure music, if so, tell me which albums, okay? But also other bands, because whatever this is, I just need a lot more of it. That's all I'm gonna say. So the vibe of this song, the way it sounds, how melodic it is, everything about it. It's literally like it's what I was. I mean, a night like this, we're gonna talk about that song in a few minutes. I think that's a really good song, and that's why I came to the album. But like then when I heard this, I'm like, oh, this is why I actually came to. Like
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
why, right? So yeah,
Mhm.
it's really fantastic. Definitely, if you don't listen to this album, just go listen to this. So that's all I can tell you. Just go
Bro,
listen to this song. Anyway, Mark, any other
excellent,
thoughts about this song?
excellent song.
Okay.
No, it's just go listen to it. You don't need to hear me talk about it anymore. Just
Yeah,
put it on.
exactly. The next one is The Baby Screams, which is a very interesting title. I This was the first song which didn't sound totally different than the other ones, which is not a bad thing. But it's more in the vibe of like the first song and things like that. More vibe with the first song. But this song is killer. I want to play a quick
Hmm.
clip from it too. Hold on.
Awesome song.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you got so many things going on in 2 seconds. So there's like the bass line, right? That's really driving. The piano throughout the whole song is awesome. And in fact, one of my notes about the production, where sometimes I think it's in the chorus, they start to pan the piano left and right. And if you're listening to it on headphones, it really just kind of envelops the sound. But they don't do it the whole time. It's like a production technique, right? So and then there's these little hand claps that are going on throughout the whole time.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, I'll play it, but yeah, let's just listen. Another guitar riff from the
Simon Gall's bass in this album
yeah.
is so good.
You know what this reminds me of a little bit? The other way around. I mean, this came out before it, but the way he's singing this part reminds me a little bit of Typo Negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's what when I heard that I'm like, oh, it kind of has like a Peter Steele like vibe the way he's singing this part and some of the mood to it, right? No, the music doesn't really sound like Typo Negative, but I'm just saying that's what I
His
first thing that
vocals,
jumped
yeah.
out at me. Yeah, yeah, Mark. What do you think about this one?
I just on the typo negative thing, I bet you that they're an influence because
Hmm.
I mean the amount of bands that the Cure influence is insane. Like I see it
Yeah.
pop up all the time, and I'm just like, that's. Um, I love this song.
Hmm.
This is definitely like the most 80s new wave sounding song on the album, which
Hmm.
is
Hmm.
which I love. Very keyboard heavy. The bass line is hypnotic. Um, I love it, and this sounds more closer to like your run of the mill Cure song.
Right. Right.
Like you vocal wise, music wise. But it's like this is like the reason you come and listen to the Cure for stuff like this. Like
Hmm.
it's it's another upbeat, like faster, like sounding song, but it's still like somber and melancholic at the same time. Like that's like the
Right.
Cure personified, I think.
Yeah.
Like their songs
Yeah.
like sound upbeat, but they're still like very somber. And I live for that. And this song is no exception, and I love it. So
Gotcha. Well, Mark, a really fantastic song. I can't say enough good things about it. Let's
mhm.
move on to Close to Me. which you could go first on this one, Mark, because I think I went first on
Okay.
the last one. So yeah.
So you have, as far as the Cure goes with like their singles and their big songs, you have Friday I'm in Love, which is, everybody knows that song.
Mm-hmm.
You have Just Like Heaven. Everybody also knows that song. And then
Mm-hmm.
you have this song, which is close to me, which is like, I mean, I would say without a doubt their third biggest song. Most people are going to know this song if they listen to any type of alternative radio or like 80s stations,
Mm-hmm.
because this song is like huge Cure song. I
Right.
mean, um, this is part of like their triad, I would say. It's one of the songs that made them who they are today and made them as
Mm.
influential as they are. I mean, it's great. Like what could I possibly say about this song? It's it's got clapping in it, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
again, we're we're coming back again. It's upbeat, it's somber, it's catchy, it's melancholic.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Cure. It's so the Cure. Like
Yeah.
I honestly think out of all of their singles, like the ones I said included, this is
Mm-hmm.
the song they should be remembered for, because this is a song I
Wow.
think that like takes all of like their sound together and like
Mm-hmm.
puts it in one track.
I see.
Like I just I don't know. Friday I'm in Love is too upbeat. Like Just Like Heaven is too upbeat. Like this is upbeat enough with enough somber elements to it where it's just like perfect.
This is
I
the
mean, I
song, Mark, that I actually. What's funny enough is you're saying how popular it is, and I believe you. I just wasn't that familiar with this song, actually.
see
Um,
that surprises me.
yeah.
But you were familiar with In Between Days though?
No.
Okay.
The
So
Cure
those are
songs I
the
knew, the Cure songs I knew not from the Smashing Pumpkins, because the Night Like This comes from the Smashing Pumpkins. The reason we're
Mhm.
even doing this, Mark, is because of that Melancholy box set where they covered this song and James Iha is singing not this song but Night Like This, right? That's why I reacted to the original, and then I was like, oh, this is really good. I need to get the vinyl, and hence this episode, right? So that's the chain reaction, right? And I'm assuming now I want to listen to more Cure records. There's probably more coming.
Yes, you definitely should,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's almost amazing to me that it took you this long to listen to The Cure, because I figured you would have just been like just in love with them at first listen, which it seems like you
Hmm.
are at this point.
Right, yeah. I never listened to an
So
album. I've heard like Love Song and stuff like that. You know what I
well,
mean?
it's like we
So
talked about it
yeah,
before. It's like you
yeah,
want to branch out and listen to more stuff, but you love going back to the stuff that you already listened to. I do the same thing. Like
yeah.
somebody will be like, "Oh, check out this album." I'll be like, "All right, cool." And just goes right in the back burner. I go, "Oh, let me listen to this Rush album for the 800th time." Like,
Right,
um,
right.
but but to put it into perspective, Troy, on Spotify, this song has almost 400 million plays.
Oh my God. Okay,
Um,
gotcha.
so I mean, I stand by what I said. I'll die on this hill. I think this is like the most Cure song. I think
Okay,
when somebody's like, here, Alien, here's the Cure, and they give him this song. They don't give him Friday I'm in Love. They don't give him Just Like Heaven. They give him this. That's my take on this song.
gotcha.
And that's why I think it's maybe the best on the album. Maybe not my personal
Cool.
favorite, but it might be the best song
Okay,
on the album.
let me play a clip from it. I mean, George Michael had to have stolen this, right? I mean, it sounds very similar to Faith. I don't know when that song came out, but when did that song come out?
After this, probably like
Yeah,
88, I would say, something like that.
yeah. I mean, it literally sounds almost exactly that intro to Faith. So yes, talk about influence. Came out in '87, I guess. So okay, yeah. So that was the first thing I heard. I said, "Oh, it sounds like George Michael," but I'm like, "Oh, this probably came out before George Michael." Beginning of it, right? One thing I want to point out for the listeners is a lot of majority of the percussion is actually his voice just breathing. He's going
Mm-hmm.
basically doing that into the microphone if you're listening to it, and
Mm-hmm.
especially with headphones on, you can hear it really clearly. Now, for those who know who the Neptunes are, and if you actually just listen to this production and think about the early 2000s Neptune songs, they had to be influenced by this. It's very similar to their sound, actually. So not necessarily melodically, but the way that they're doing the instrumentation and the production, and how sparse it is, and how it relies on vocals, like breathy vocals, and it's like a stripped down minimalistic sound. Yeah, it's great. I mean, Mark, all I gotta say is it's a fantastic song. I mean, really, nothing else
Yeah,
to
and you
say.
know what too? Like the more I
Yeah,
listen to it, the more I realize how like simple of a song it is too. It's not even
yeah,
like, but it just works so well, you know.
yeah.
And
All
like,
right, go ahead. Sorry.
I didn't say anything.
Okay. The next one, Mark, is I'll go first on this one. A Night Like This, which is the reason why we're here. It was the reason why basically I bought this vinyl. In fact, shout out to this one, which we did an episode. Well, we did a Smashing Pumpkins tier list. So you know what? Those are our original old episodes. Now, I'm not saying our production is any good right now, but it's better than what it was. So if you go back and watch that, note that the production isn't as good. But that being said, we do feel like the content of that old stuff is pretty good. And that we do talk about this box set, and there is a cover of this song on this box set. All right. So maybe I'll put the link in the description or in the comments. So, Mark, I'll talk about this one. I love this song, and it really sucked me in when I did that reaction video. I watched the original video. The video was fine, nothing special about the video really, but
Hmm.
the song is fantastic. And one of my favorite parts of this, not only is it very, very melodic as far as in the harmonies, the vocal harmonies are fantastic on this one of my notes, but also, man, the second half of the song where the saxophone comes in,
Mm.
I'm a
Hmm.
sucker for that. I don't know how that happened, but like you put a saxophone in a rock song, it's like it's almost like a cheat code where I'm probably gonna like it. If the song is already good. If the song is already good and then you throw a saxophone solo in, I'm like, yes, that's what I want. So anyway, I'll play a clip, Mark, and then you can talk
It
about
sounds
it.
like some foreshadowing to me.
So, here we go.
I wanted to be perfect like before. Oh, 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 I want to change it all. Oh, 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 I want to change.
Mark, the songs that we've talked about on this channel so far in the last few months since we started this, there's this one, there's Melior by Ghost that has a saxophone solo, and there's one more that I'm thinking, what am I missing? There's one more song that has a saxophone that I was like all into it, but I can't remember what it
Oh,
was.
probably was it National Anthem by Kid A? On Kid A?
Oh, yeah, that one. There's a fourth one. I can't remember the original one, to be honest with you. But my point is, I just love it. So, Mark, what are your thoughts about this one?
I mean, it's a classic. Like,
Yeah, yeah, it
yeah, it's
definitely
just
is. Yeah.
it's almost like good enough to the point where I don't even have to like say anything. Like, like it comes on, I love it. Like it's it's just
Right.
like, yeah, like the saxophone, like it's so unexpected too, because like
Yeah.
as far as I know, like you put on a Cure album and you're not expecting saxophone on it, like
Right.
um just not really a band that I see using saxophone very frequently, but like it's so good in the song. I mean, if the Smashing Pumpkins covered it, like it's probably going to be a good song, like
Right. Right. Right.
um
Right.
and yeah, it's just like it's a 10 out of 10 song, like
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
And if you want to hear me do some lyrical analysis, you can check out the reaction video, which I put it's on our channel. So maybe I'll try to find the link. Okay. So the next one, Mark, is Screw. And you could go first on this one, Mark, since I went first on the last one.
Okay. Um,
Go ahead, sorry.
so I mean, like these last two songs, just need a little refresher here.
Sure.
Okay. Um, so like this song, again, like I'm gonna throw it up to Simon Gallup because his bass is just like
Hmm.
ever present on this album. I mean, the intro like of this song is just like he's like slapping the bass, man.
Yeah, I know, man. The bass
Um,
is sick in it. Yeah, it's nuts.
like it's another like song in the album that is just like super upbeat and like new wavy and just like at the same time it's just like this band, like are they sad, are they happy, like what is going on here?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
and like lyrically wise, like I mean, like is it I, I'm reading these lyrics and I don't even know what to take from this. The song's called Screw, so I'll just, leave it up to the imagination because we're a family friendly channel.
Yeah, we
Um,
are. Yeah,
yeah,
sure. Yeah. Sure.
I know, I'm pretty sure I dropped the F
Yeah,
bomb like 5 minutes ago, but
sure.
it's a very short song. It's only 2.5 minutes, but
Hmm.
it's. I mean, how many times am I gonna say catchy and like upbeat and morose on this album? It's just like this is The Cure, man. Like they have like their unique sound, and this is another like song with it, and it's
Hmm.
just it's like the bass line is great. Like everything about it
Yeah,
is just great. Like I love it.
yeah. I
There's just
mean,
not a bad song on this album. Go listen to it right now.
yeah, definitely. This is an album to sit down and listen to. If you do have a record player, definitely recommend the vinyl. It sounds great. And even I just got like a newer, repressing of it. Nothing fancy, $25 or whatever it was, right? And it's really sounds fantastic. So,
And you want to
yeah,
know the funny thing too? Like
yeah,
most fans, and myself included, this isn't even like their best album. Like this is
right.
like it's one of their like top albums. Like it's a very good
Hmm.
album, but like
Hmm.
there's like better stuff than this, and this stuff is so good. Like
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know
there's
that it's
just
better because I haven't heard the other stuff. I'm just like, this one is
well,
very good. That's all I can tell you.
well, you're gonna find out, fella.
All right, fair enough. I'm looking forward to it.
Good.
Yeah, when I heard this song, I said, "Oh, Trent Reznor was influenced by this," because
Mm.
if you listen to Pretty Hate Machine, and let me play the beginning of this song.
Slapping the bass.
I want you to imagine Trent Reznor singing over this, what it would sound like, and it would sound like a song from
It
that
would
Nine Inch
sign
Nails
it,
era. Yeah,
it would sound like
yeah.
Nine Inch Nails. Is exactly what it would
Yeah.
sound like.
Yes. So when I heard that, I'm like, oh, this is like a big influence. Sounds like, for Trent Reznor, which is fine. We all have our influences, right? I'm just saying
I mean, you see
this.
early
Yeah.
pictures of Trent Reznor, and you know he wanted to be Robert Smith really bad. Like
There
it's
you go. Fair enough. Right. So, yeah, Mark, I would say this is not like my favorite song on the album. I liked every song on the album. Let me be clear. Every song I liked. For me, this was a good song. Probably the one I repeated the least, but it is a good song. And I don't want to be the guy in the comments that gets destroyed. I think I sent you that comment actually. So somebody, I'm trying to find the comment because the comment was very funny. Let's see. So this, yes. Oh, by the way, this song, the Six Different Ways song, and the song that what was it called? The one that you said was their most famous song, or one of the best songs.
close to me.
Yeah, they had a very a Prince style too, actually, and I actually think that maybe Robert Smith might have been influenced by some early Prince too, because this
I
came out.
wouldn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't be
yeah.
surprised.
This came out in '85, and this was at the absolute height of Prince at that time, right?
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, Purple Rain was what 84.
Yeah. So you think about the 1999 album has similar type of some sparse kind of instrumentation, Dirty Mind, right? That kind of stuff. So, um, yeah. Anyway,
You know, it's funny that you
yes,
say
yeah,
that because I
yeah.
know because I read it recently that Prince was a fan of The Cure too. So
Okay,
it
gotcha.
might have been like a mutual respect thing, you know.
And funny enough, here's how this. I'll close out the cycle of this story, Mark, about the Neptunes. So I think I sent you that video about Prince and what he complained about the different artists, and
Hmm.
one of them was Justin Timberlake because he complained that they were ripping off his sound and didn't give him any credit for it, which he's really just talking about the Neptunes.
Hmm.
And now when you hear this record, and I'm saying it sounds similar to Prince's style back then, early '80s sound, right? And now I'm saying the Neptune sounds like this. There's like this whole cycle. And now you were saying Prince is a Cure fan, so there is like a whole cyclical thing going on with Prince. So anyway,
Hmm.
so let's move on, Mark, to the last song, which I'll cover, which is "Sinking," which is one of my favorite songs on the record, actually.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay. Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I want to play a clip from it.
I mean, Gallup, man.
I love the piano over top, how it's just, but it's
Mm-hmm.
like sparse, it just kind of comes in. It's
Yeah.
not playing the whole time.
Yep.
Let's listen to the chord change. Another like minute long before no vocals, which is fine for me because I love how they set the mood with these songs. It's actually perfect to me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, Mark, if you give me more music that sounds like this song and Push, I'm literally just gonna like just go like this
You
song
really
and Push are like the two songs that I was like my two favorites, on the record.
do
So
yourself a favor after
yeah,
this. Listen to
yeah.
Disintegration by The Cure.
Okay,
Please. Please,
okay,
I beg you. I beg you.
okay, okay. Sure.
Because you're gonna listen to that album and your mind's gonna be blown and you're gonna be like, oh my god, what was I waiting for? Because I
Okay,
did
all
the
right, I
same
will.
thing, man. I did the same
Yeah, yeah.
thing.
So,
And
what do
it's
you
like
think about this
later,
song?
it's
I'm
like
sorry.
later on too. It's like from the late like 89, it's like after these
Sure,
albums. So
sure.
um
Yeah.
I mean, like my first two notes here. Simon Gallup is so underrated on this album. What a phenomenal bass line is what I wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Um I said a great closer with some amazing piano, sparse piano. I wrote same thing as you, and the usual great guitar and vocals from Robert. Sad,
Mm-hmm.
somber, and sorrowful, but somehow upbeat and uplifting. Absolutely love this song. So
Mm-hmm.
I did. I gave four songs in this album a 10, and this is one of them. So
Yeah, I would have given this a 10 as well. Yep. I would
yeah,
say that I would have like 4 10s on this album.
yeah.
Um,
It's like
yeah.
it's hard to like because I try not to give out tens as much as I can, but I mean, there's just so many good songs in this album.
Also, one of my favorite songs lyrically too, and there's not much lyrics to it, but
Yep. Hmm.
sometimes you can say more with less sometimes. So, yeah. So, I mean, they're kind of self-explanatory, but they're just very well written. Like I am slowing down as the years goes by. I am sinking, so I trick myself like everybody else.
Yeah,
The secrets,
super uplifting, of course. Yeah.
yeah, the secrets I hide twist me inside. They make me weaker, so I trick myself like everybody else. And so we don't have time to get into why I think these are great lyrics, and I don't really want to depressing wise. But I'm just gonna say, because I don't want to be depressing on this episode right now. But we're coming up like an hour, I think. So, Mark, but yeah, the song is fantastic. Musically, lyrically, vocal performance. It's a 10. It's a 10 out of 10.
Hmm.
So, Mark, any last thoughts about the song or the album as a whole?
I'm just gonna say it one more time, Troy. This is like their
Mm.
fourth best album. Okay, that's how good The Cure is, man. They're so
Okay.
good.
All right. All
And
right.
if
What
influence,
if this would be my favorite? What would you say then?
I would not think it was weird at all. Not even remotely
Okay.
weird.
Okay.
And then
Gotcha.
when I say it's their fourth, I'm talking about myself.
Okay.
This
Okay.
is
Gotcha.
yeah. I mean, no,
Yeah.
I'm going off of like what people say, but I mean,
Sure.
it's so good, man. Like every song on here, I'm just looking at this again. It's just
Yeah.
I could go back and listen to any one of these songs anytime.
All right.
That's what I rate albums by, like their like re-listenability. Like if I want to put like one of these songs on just randomly, like I would put any of these songs on randomly.
Yeah. Sure. Sure.
So it's just great album.
All right, Mark. Well, if you're still listening, by the way, thank you. Give us a like because that means, unless you are hate listening, which maybe, but if you were hate listening, still give us a like because you're still here. But anyway, I don't think you'd be hate listening. The only way you'd be hate listening is if you absolutely hated this album and you just wanted to do the reverse of listening to this. I don't know. That would be weird. So anyway, but thank you for sticking around. Please leave us a comment. Let us know what you thought about this album. Any songs that stick out to you? What are your favorites, right? We'd love to hear from you. Any other albums you want us to review, Cure or not, right? We do take requests. And any other Cure albums, if you want to kind of react to one song, maybe just to kind of get my feet wet, because I'm the Cure newbie. Mark has a lot of experience with this stuff. So there you go. Well, Mark, please, we do put out a few episodes a week. And we would love it if you subscribed. We're trying to build a kind of a community of people that are like-minded, that like listening to albums, not just songs, right? That like talking about that and music. And last but not least, we do have, and it'll be in the description of this video, we do have official Music and Words Unite playlists in Apple Music and Spotify of all the albums and songs we've ever reacted to or reviewed. So you can go back and look at all the albums we've reviewed, except the tier list, because that's just going to be way too many albums. So non-tier list episodes. And you can go back and listen to the albums that we liked, the songs that we liked, and you can give it your own opinion, right? And you can follow along with the music. So, all right, Mark. Well, until next time.
See y'all. Always a
See
pleasure.
ya. Thank you.